if you can just please turn your back while I go to the bush. See, that would be the next response. If she's fixed in her own mindset about a toilet, and he's told you already that we're way out in the country and this is 20 acres and I have none of the trees and bushes, then you are going to be in serious problems and you have totally missed the issue here. And I'm saying that this is how so many black women are fixed in a false reality that cannot be actualized on any place but in these cement reservations. You understand what I'm saying? So if somebody takes you to some new land, then they tell you they get ready to dig a well and then build a house on it, then obviously we know where the toilet is. And it should not be a problem for you.
That's right.
That's right.
And if it is a problem for you, then you know that you're out of order. So when I took a group of sisters who had the fear of staying in the woods, this was their initiation. They had never stayed in the woods in their life. And I was like, you can't live and be a grown person and say that you're a part of Mother Nature. You have never stayed the night in the woods.
Come on.
No, you have to have this initiation. So I took them out to the woods. We talked about it. They prayed over whatever else and said, well, this is a real safe woods. So they all went out and saw their places the night before. And so when it was time then to go to their places, etc., we walked each other to the places, etc. Some of them were really having some serious problems. They didn't want to go. And I said, no, you have to spend 24 hours in the woods. You must acquaint yourself with Mother Nature. You know, how can you be comfortable going up a cement city street and you don't feel comfortable in Mother Nature? There's a problem. So anyway, they all went to their places finally. And so I closed up the cabin and I went to my place. Okay, so we agreed that we would meet the next morning at 6 a.m. And so one sister didn't come back yet. So we waited and waited. And about an hour and a half later, this van pulls up to the cabin. And then she jumps out of the van. So I said, don't tell me that you went to the city and got a hotel room. So she said, no, I stayed in my place, but I got lost at sunrise when I was trying to come back. And so I went to the road and I found these people at this house and they had a map and I was able to point out where the cabin was. So he brought her back. And he just wanted to make sure she was okay, but he was just dumbfounded. He was a black man, he was dumbfounded. She said, he kept asking me if I was black. So she was about my complexion, but she had long red braids. And he kept asking me what race was I, because he just couldn't believe I was a black woman. And so he said he just wanted to see for himself, because as long as he had been coming up here to this part of Michigan, he had never ever seen a black woman ever volunteer and want to spend the night in the woods. And he just wanted to see this for himself. And he said he'd been coming up here for 20-something years. So I'm saying that it is known about us as African women that we are definitely not into nature, Mother Nature, that our stereotype has already been had. So it's very easy to manipulate and control us. Because we don't align ourselves with our allies. And even when your own black men are like, look, we know they don't want to come up here. They can't go fishing because their hair, they can't do this because they get dirt under their nail, whatever else. And it's like, whoa, this is serious problems. Because when I go to the gym, I see those little white ladies being that boxing arena, taking their kickboxing lessons, and they be boxing and whatever else. And I'd be like, and all these black women be sitting up here laughing at that, looking at that TV, laughing, talking about how they're going to beat up some white girls. I'm like, right. They got a big lesson for them because they're going to come out slugging you so fast, you're not going to know what's happening. Because they be working out in the gyms, taking their boxing lessons and whatever else down. So I don't know why you sit up here thinking you just going to jump up and beat on them. Not today. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be a big thing for us because we are really false. Understand, look. You should see them, they can work out in these woods, build these cabins, dig those wells, because I live with them. And I'm right there looking at them and studying. So, you know, they may come looking all straggly, whatever, but when it comes to them survival, you just give them some raw materials and they can show you what they do. I have never seen so much stuff to be able to live out in the woods before. From sun-cooked stuff, they got solar stoves that you can cook up to 450 degrees in the sunshine. Do you hear me? I was like, ooh, they got this hooked up. This is no joke. And I was like, we don't have not one store in any of our communities that have any of this stuff. They got little teeny water filters that you can pee. You can be as sick as you want to be, and you can pee in a cup and put it through that filter and drink it.
See what I'm talking about?
So ain't no water, you the water. You just recycle your own urine. Now, they got these kind of things out there. They're not playing. The tech is out there. Stuff to keep you warm, whatever. When I'm out camping now, and I have this little teeny little aluminum thing, I just wrap into that. My body stays at 80 degrees. I'm sweating because the whole top of it in the morning is wet. It's my water, my perspiration, but I wasn't cold. I'm telling you, the technology is out there, but we are not in a mindset to grasp and get back to the basics. Because see, when you know that you can hold onto your physical body, if all that stuff is blown up and crumbles down to the ground, if you have your physical health, you can start from scratch again. You understand what I'm saying? And we do not get this. We have attachments that are artificial and do the wrong thing, etc. And knowing how to keep this body in shape, and I'm telling you, it's the most important thing. So that's a mindset that has that kind of value. You have to ask yourself, why do you have your values the way they are, and where did you get them from? Okay. One more, because he has questions. They gave me 15 minutes or something. Okay.
You got 3 now.
Okay. Yes.
I've been noticing parallels between speakers, and one of the things that you brought up last night and that Mama Easy brought up today is the balance that comes when we do the things that we do. For example, she said that when the spirits come down during ritual, nobody's excessively happy or excessively sad. They bring and make sure everything is balanced. How can we learn to balance our emotions in a society where women are taught to be emotional and men are taught to suppress their emotions and not stay balanced, but to suppress them?
Well, now, as you heard, you're not supposed to have emotions. Okay, when the cells of your body are in balance, you are normally at peace, contentment, and in a state of joy, and that comes from within. Okay, and if you can walk around in that state all the time, whatever you think will immediately manifest. That is the power of having that level of alignment within. Emotions are generated from having a sensation at the time of an experience that you hook a thought to. See, if you have a sensation and you don't give it any meaning, then the body basically passes that on, it passes through the cycle and moves on. That's why a person that has a tinge in their chest and says, oh, I've got cancer, has cancer. Okay, a person who has a twinge in their chest and says that I'm healing is healing. Okay, a person who has a tinge in their chest and basically doesn't give it any energy, it's nothing to the body, because the body believes what you tell it.
Come on.
Do you understand that?
That's right.
So that's why it's so important for you to understand that when you hook a thought onto a sensation, you created the emotion. Because it doesn't have a meaning to the body unless you give it one. So we don't want to start hooking thoughts onto sensations. We want to basically be focused and centered within ourselves, where the sensations are a representation of the communication between the cells and organs that everybody is communicating and in balance. So even for men that hook thoughts on to a sensation and then don't express them, they still have the same end result, destruction of their tissues. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the key is that you want to learn how to be able to have an experience and not define the sensation, because the experience is of your creation for you to master it, and that's all it is. And it's not about good or bad, it's about mastery and what is this experience teaching me. So in my therapy, what we do is that we bring forth the wisdom factor. So it's like if you find that you've had the same kind of experiences over and over again, well then let's look at them and see what that says about you. What is it that is showing you about you for you to master the experience so you don't have to have it again? But this is part of the post-traumatic shock therapy that at least I've come aware of that works for my patients. But you have to understand that as long as you have emotions, then the gross national product has something to treat them with. Okay, and that's why they don't want you to know that you're not supposed to have them. That's why they keep pushing you that you're supposed to have them, and when they destroy your digestive tract, you take Tums, okay, and when you destroy your harmony in your brain, you know, you take, you know, sleep night owls, and then when you can't get up, then you take coffee, and, you know, all of these, they got everything to deal with you continuously hooking a thought to a sensation and being out of alignment with the normal order of things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the key here is that, you know, I have people come up to me and they ask me these complex questions that take a consultation, because you, and this is another thing, is that I want you to understand that it's so important for you to value your life that you don't want anybody just off the cuff to be able to give you an answer about your life.
Thank you.
I mean, so when people come and ask me these intense questions about their life, and they pin me up in the corner, I'm like, do they understand how valuable they are? And they don't want to just ask me something like this off the top of my head, and then they're going to go and apply it to their life. I would never do myself that way. My thing is that I'm important enough that I want your undivided attention. I want the structure. I want you to be able to come without tension and pressure and tell me about my life. And I have a setup that does that. It's known as a consultation. No, I'm saying that. It's really, it's just like I said, and I don't want to be rude to people, but I couldn't even imagine me beginning to address them in the way that they deserve to be addressed by being pinned up in the corner when I'm on my way from one point to another. And it's not just me. I see them doing to other people. And it's like, this is your one life. And it deserves a different way of being handled than this. So this is another issue that we have about our value systems, that we want somebody to spend 4 hours on our hair, and we'll pay for that, but then it's like we want somebody off the cuff to just give us this information about our health. You know, people talk to me, and I want to tell you about my fibroids that I've had for 12 years. And I'm like, you deserve better than this. You know, you think I can tell you about that in just 5 minutes? Do you understand the answer to my question, sister? I'm trying to get you to
well, in the interest of time, in the interest of time, we have to continue on. So those who have questions, you will have to ask the question.